you once again, Chasers. Welcome to Hangover with yours truly. My name is Shai, and you just heard that super chill, beautiful vocals of our guest artist for today. But before that, hey, baka naman, let's not be selfish. Let's share the video, spread the love, let other people know that we are live at the moment. And now, with that, let us welcome our guest for today. Please welcome Illest Morena. Hi.
Hi.
I love that. I love that. Is that how you always introduce yourself?
Yes.
Sexy.
I always emphasize the para fierce. Parang leopard.
In fairness. Oh,
Diba?
Bakit sa'yo fierce? Sa akin, rar.
Cutie.
Cutie
Soft
lang.
girl, diba?
As a soft girl, as a, kunwari matapang, pero hindi ko pala talaga kaya, like, rar. Ganun na lang.
Very
Anyway,
feisty.
welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
And yes, wow, again, your song earlier. Again, we call it Hold You Down, by the
Yes.
way. So, is this like your lover era inspired by a real life experience? Ano ba?
Yeah, actually, yes. Because nung una ko na-meet yung partner ko. Partner? My boyfriend, my baby.
Hi!
Yeah. Before we met, I was really over into dating. I don't want to date anymore.
Ayoko na
I feel like
magmahal
it's-
ulit. Says
Yeah.
everyone heartbroken.
Yeah, I felt like it was a waste of time, but then I met him, and then I realized I could be treated like this naman pala.
Diba?
Pwede naman pala maging prinsesa, di ba?
Oo.
Yeah.
Diba
And-
kung dati tayo nagbubuhat ng mineral water,
Yes.
tapos
may tagabuhat na tayo ngayon.
yes! Not saying na yun na yung role mo sa buhay niya, but you know,
It
you get
helps.
the point.
Diba?
Pwede na tayo magprinsesa-prinsesa nga, di ba?
Yes, tama.
I wish that kind of love for everyone watching at the moment. And yes,
Yeah.
naniniwala rin ako, guys, if you keep watching, you will have that kind of love. Ganun din yung swerte sa Hangover.
Yes. Binasbasan.
There you guys go.
Basabas
All
to
right.
everybody.
So, I don't know if you know about Hangover, but let me just explain to you our 3 tiers, or 3 levels of hotness when it
Okay.
comes to the questions. So, we first have our, of course, you drive me nuts. So, basically, madali lang, mani lang to sa'yo kinds of questions. The next one is our chicha wrong or right. So, basically, it's gonna get
Oh.
hotter. It's a second level, and you're gonna be answering questions that people are a bit curious about. Diba?
Okay.
And the third one is our hottest level yet. It's the SSG, or sizzling spicy gossip. So ayan, mga chismis na naman na we will or you will debunk, or baka naman totoo. Malalaman natin later.
Babanat sana ko, SSG Sweet Security Guard.
Mga nagtitrend sa TikTok, my goodness. And yes, security guards or any profession can be sweet naman talaga, di ba? What's good,
Yes.
mga SSGs dyan? Okay, sige. So we will start with our first set of questions.
Oh my God.
Again, this is our You Drive Me Nuts. Easy peasy lang to, mani lang to. So
Okay.
before we ask you about your music, ito muna. Your real name, your government national ID name is Angelica Paula Lagaye. Layage, sorry,
Yeah.
there we go. But your
Okay.
stage name again is Illest Morena. Did you
Yes.
coin this yourself, or how did it come to be in a dream? Na may nangyari ba?
In a premonition.
Premonition!
Charet! Actually, Illest Morena was my alter ego nung high school ako.
So it goes way back pa. Oh,
Yes, it goes way
interesting.
back. Around 2015 or 2016 ata. Hindi pa naman ako nag-iisip na maging rapper, maging artist that time. Pero I created that alter ego to sort of, fight off the bullies that were bullying me for my skin color. And I just, owned it. Kasi, bakit hindi? Diba?
Oo.
It's my
But-
asset.
But was Illest Morena already into the performing arts ba? Or ano yung creative side mo nun? Ano yung ginagawa? Kasi ako, I have my alter ego. Her name is Patricia. Pero siya,
Oh my God, Patricia!
siya hangover lang rin. I'm not even kidding. There are stories about Patricia. We won't go there now. So, yun ang sa akin. So, sa'yo, baka naman, di ba may ginagawa si Illest Morena nung time niyo nung high school?
Illest Morena, I guess she has always wanted to be the it girl. Yeah, pero by that time, di ko pa talaga siya maramdaman sa sarili ko. As Angelica, kasi I felt like I lacked the confidence. But Illest Morena has always been a lover of writing, poetry,
Oh.
writing spoken word poetry, mga public speaking stuff. I did all that when I was in high school. And I feel like yun yung napagkuhanan ko ng confidence and energy that I have
Yes,
right now
The
as a
aura,
performer.
gano'n, no?
Yes.
What's the name of Beyonce? Yung alter ego niya
Sasha
rin?
Fierce.
Sasha Fierce. It's giving Sasha Fierce, but better.
Yes.
Sorry, Beyonce. Wala na.
No, thank you, Beyonce.
Ay, tama.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce. Alam, if you guys believe the lore, or if you don't know about it, Google nyo. Promise.
Yes.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Thank you, Beyonce. We have Illest Morena. There you go. All right. O, di ba? Madali lang yan. But now I want to talk about you growing up. The streets say that you grew up in a musically inclined family.
Yeah.
Totoo yan.
Yes, I did.
So, di ba, natural talent pala, not just with you, but for everyone else
Yes.
surrounding you. But besides that, like you mentioned earlier, you also have a heart for spoken poetry. But how did poetry turn into, rap and R&B?
I feel like, kasi in my family, a lot of my family members were playing in a band, they were singing. My lolo loved singing in karaoke. Tapos yung tito ko, he was in a band before along with his wife, my tita. And vocalist yung tita ko, yung tito ko naman is drummer. But none of them wrote songs.
What? Ang galing! Ang galing!
Yes. None of them wrote songs. So, I figured, why not, diba? Why not I start writing? Actually, naman ako yung gift ko ng pagsusulat sa mami ko. Hindi maganda yung boses niya. Sorry, mami. hindi ganun kaganda yung boses ni mami, but she writes great. And I feel like napagsama-sama ko yung lahat ng talents ng pamilya ko.
Oo nga.
Yes.
But so that got me thinking now, do you also play instruments?
Yeah, I actually play the guitar, but I'm not very good.
Still,
kasi,
at least it's a start, di ba?
Yes,
Oo.
yes.
Taray! Nakakatuwa naman. At natawa ako sa revelation tungkol sa mama mo. You guys are probably gonna have a talk later about that.
Yeah.
Or alam niyo na ba? Aware na...
She's aware. She's very aware.
Okay, next hangover interview, baka mom mo na. We want to hear her side of the story. Oo. Okay, but tell me about you growing up naman in Mandaluyong, right? You're from there?
Oh, yeah. Growing up in Mandaluyong City, I've always been there. Hindi naman ako lumaki sa probinsya. Siguro, sometimes, like, bumibisita kami sa province, in Quezon province, and then in Cebu. But most of my time growing up was when I was in Mandaluyong. And the environment there, syempre yung mga bahay namin, magkakadikit.
Yeah.
Magkakadikit yung mga bahay. So, sound trip ng kapitbahay mo, sound trip mo na din. So, uso pa naman nung grade 4 ako, I think grade 3, grade 2 to grade 4, usong-uso yung flip top.
How old are you? Oh my goodness, you're young. Okay.
I'm 23.
Sabi ko, wait, flip top? Adult na ako nun. But okay, sige, moving on. Sorry, lumabas na naman si tita, but
Yeah.
moving on. So, uso nung time na yung flip top?
Yeah, usong-uso yung flip top. So, syempre naririnig ko, it wasn't appropriate for my age to listen to that kind of stuff
Yeah.
kasi they had explicit words. But I feel like naaliw talaga ako dun sa yung sort of back and forth that's happening sa mga rap battles,
Yes.
which inspired me na din as well. And syempre, pride ko bilang Mandalena na dun din nanggaling si Master Rapper Francis M.
Let's go.
Yeah. And ayun, so I felt like yung environment ko, nag-shape din siya na naging music taste and eventually yung personal style ko as an artist.
There you go. But going back to flip top nga naman talaga, no? Putting aside the away, putting aside the words that they use sometimes,
Yeah.
ang galing lang nila mag-isip, no? Ang
Yes,
galing and then how
very
they
fast.
they're so quick-witted, and it's, I would say, very good training for you in
Yeah.
public speaking and how you'd be able to think on your feet. And then just come up with rhymes on the spot. Ang galing nga. And I guess that's how you're able to also.
Yes, to
Parang
adapt.
Fiko, if I tell you to rap at this moment, magagawa mo. But let's not do that.
Let's not
do that. That's for the subscription, guys.
Yeah.
The Hangover special. Ganon. May
Yes,
subscription
you
yun.
gotta subscribe.
Ang galing, ang galing. So, you're a local from Mandaluyong.
Yes po.
And then you grew up there. But if you had to choose, but you're also from Cebu.
Yeah, my grandfather's side is from Cebu.
And then also Quezon province as well.
Yeah.
So if you had to
My lola.
choose to, be in one of those provinces for the rest of your life. where
I'm
would it
sorry,
be?
Lola. May you rest in peace. But I would go To Cebu, to Bantayan Island. That's my grandfather's
Oh my God, ang
hometown.
swerte mo naman.
Yes, kung saan sinut ang camp sa Fun fact.
There you go. Ang swerte naman, ang swerte
yeah.
mo. You get to go there easily, di ba? But luckily, again, you don't really need to choose just one for the rest of your life. So you can go back either QC or Quezon Province.
Quezon Province
or
or Cebu.
There you go. All right. Next easy question for you. Nakasama ka na rin daw sa online rap challenge noon at ang entry mo ay Swagapino. Am I saying that right?
Yes,
All right.
it
So
is.
thousands of people lip sync to that short audio.
my
How did
God.
you feel once you finally broke through nung na-release mo yan?
Actually, that was trip-trip lang. New Year's Eve. Fun story. New Year's Eve, trip-trip lang siya. Umuso yung beat that was on TikTok. And then a lot of rappers were spitting on it. Pero I felt like, sabi ko, feeling ko kailangan ko din. It's my time para magpasikat din. Kasi kaya ko to eh. Ang cute eh. Ang cute ng beat. And then, nung pinost ko siya, I wasn't really expecting anything. I mean, I've gained traction before that, but not that much. Tapos nagulat ako, biglang like, I don't know, like probably 3 million views. It got 3 million views that time, 2021 or 2020. Tapos, ever since noon, marami na din nakakakilala sa akin. Kahit nasa TikTok lang naman ako nagkaroon nitong fame, nitong
The
clout.
breakthrough a little bit.
During the pandemic. So, nagulat ako. So, sabi ko, oh my God, I feel like I need to follow this up with a song or else. Or else they're gonna forget about me.
But were you planning nga ba talaga? Like, you know what? I have goals na at this time, sisikat ako. I'm gonna release a song or something. Paano nangyari yun? From just posting the beats or the TikTok ganun to this, di ba?
Ever since I was a child, I wanted to be a singer.
Okay.
And then when the opportunity came, the pandemic, I was bored. I had nothing to do. I was 18 years old. I was so sheltered. That's where my creativity came. And then sabi ko, take ko na tong chance na to. Hindi pwedeng, hindi ko to papalaguin.
And yun nga, when the balls start to roll, mas lalo ka pang nangganyo. Okay.
Yes.
So dati pa lang pala may mood board ka na. May Pinterest ka na and everything.
Manifestation.
Yes, there you go.
Diba?
And truly, I believe talaga the manifestation
Yeah, it
works.
is
The
real.
power of manifestation. So you guys,
Yes.
love attraction and
Yes.
everything like that. Slays.
Positive.
O, diba? Dahil dyan, ang dali lang ng You Drive Me Nuts questions natin. O, diba? Moving on to our next set. This one again is our chicharong. All right. And again, you also have the chance to set things straight and say if the claims about you are wrong or right. Diba?
Okay.
Starting with, speaking of breakthrough, napag-usapan natin ang rap industry sa Pinas, diba? Is it true na nagkaroon ka ng matinding struggles noong nagsimula ka pa lang dahil nga hindi pantay ang tingin nila sa female and male rappers?
True. Check. Correct.
Diba?
True na true. Oh my God.
How was your
The struggles. I mean, double-edged sword siya. Siyempre, there's not a lot of female rappers when I started, when I began my career. So, madali ka mapansin agad. On a lineup of 20, you can be picked apart. Pero at the same time, I felt like there wasn't, that respect towards us compared to male rappers. Kasi sila, na-establish na nila yung sarili nila. They've always been there. Kami, parang lagi kaming on the sidelines. And I felt like it's a huge contribution na din sa confidence ko and sa drive ko na pataasin pa talaga yung female hip-hop.
Yes.
Yes.
What was the toughest challenge, again, being a woman in the industry?
Being underestimated. Yeah.
Hanggang ngayon ba, guys? It's 2025. Are you still underestimating as
God.
women? Kung ako
Yeah.
siguro pwede pa, medyo valid. Okay, underestimate me. Paminsan may point rin mga tao eh.
Grabe!
But talented people like you, di ba? And I mean, I want to ask kung kaya ba, like how did they show or how did you feel that you were being underestimated nga? Like, binibrush off lang ideas mo, ganun.
Yeah, aside from that, I was being like low-balled when it comes to my worth. I feel like you don't deserve this yet because you're not at this level yet. When in reality, I'm reaching a lot of things. Pero aside from that, then yung pressure to look perfect all the time, you don't put pressure on male rappers that much on how they look. Magbihis lang sila na maayos, okay na yan. Kami,
I mean, maayos, paminsan hindi pa nga eh. But okay, sige, style. It's a style. It's a thing. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, us female rappers, we need the glam team. Shout out to my glam team. Ate Mar, Ate Irish, I love you guys. We need the glam, 2 hours prep time, diba? And pag lumabas ka na hindi maayos yung itsura mo, they will like, judge you for how you look. But I kind of gotten used to it na lang.
Yeah, you're developing a thick skin for that.
Yeah,
Speaking
yeah.
of skin, masingit ko na rin. Was it difficult, to have to embrace your being morena?
Yes, it was. Very.
No?
True,
As from a
true.
culture who's, by the way, generally, morena naman tayo.
Ano ba, 'di ba? Yun naman talaga yung pinanganak tayong ganito, 'di ba?
Mismo.
Pero syempre, growing up in a society where the standards are very Eurocentric,
Yes.
'di ba? So syempre, nung bata ako, medyo mas mahirap kasi they will call you names about sabihin pangit ka kahit hindi naman talaga, maitim ka lang naman. Wala namang masama sa pagiging maitim. But thankfully na lang din yung mga tao right now is very accepting na din. Tsaka mas aware na yung mga tao sa different kinds of beauty.
Yes.
Hindi na lang one
like
type.
2-3 shades,
Diba?
ganun, diba?
Yeah,
It's a
2-3
whole
shades.
range of that.
50
oh.
plus, di
Oo,
ba?
diba? Sabi nga ng Rare Beauty or kung ano pa ba.
Fenty Beauty. Baka
Slade.
naman, charot.
Beka naman pa Rihanna.
Baka naman.
Ang galing lang. And of course, it's so good na yun nga, you get to embrace your being morena,
Thank you.
and that also empowers a lot of other women as well.
Thank
so
you, guys.
slay, Illest Morena.
Slay.
Galing. O, diba? Another question with hopefully this one is a bit tougher for you. Tingnan natin. So true or false, teacher wrong or right?
Oh my God.
You didn't care nung nag-trend ang songs mo na Pick Up and Faded.
False.
Madali
I cared so much.
Uh-huh.
Grabe. I feel
How
like
did that happen, by the way? Like, tell us the story of how you found out. Okay.
So ito, as a TikTok-born artist, wala namang sama sa pagiging TikTok-born artist.
Yes.
But dun kasi ako nakagain ng fans, ng people who listen to me. I posted both of those songs in different separate timelines. Timeline. 2022 was Pick Up and Faded was 2023. So they were 1 year apart. And when I posted those songs, wala talaga, no expectations all the time. Wala talaga akong ina-expect na this is gonna blow up, pero merong hint.
Oh,
Merong
like, baka
hint kasi
naman, ganun,
it's catchy. I feel like
Yes.
it's catchy and I love this song so much. So when I put it out, nagulat na lang ako. Oh my God, ang dami agad shares. Like this Wagapino one. Parang paulit-ulit siya nangyari. It's like a pattern at this point. And then after that, sinimulan ko na, sabi ko, oh my God, we need to do a music video. We need to perform this at blah, 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 blah. And then it all went up from there. And I feel like it changed my life.
Yeah, the trajectory of your career.
Yes,
talagang,
yes, it did.
Diyos ko, may rocket talaga. Yeah, the power of TikTok rin talaga, no? Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. But and like you said nga, there's nothing wrong with gaining your fame through TikTok. It just so
Yes.
happened to be the medium at that moment.
Yeah.
Oo. So,
Yeah.
guys, wag mawala ng pag-asa if you want to put your music. your
Consistency.
Mismo.
Period.
Mm-mm. There you go. One more question for our second chicharong or right. Isang tanong, isang sagot. People have said that you have an attitude. True or not?
False! Oh my God! Where did
Ako
it
nagsabi,
come from?
guys, huwag kayo maniwala siya, guys. Talaga may attitude siya. Grabe, ang sama ng ugali. This entire time, I'm so intimidated. I would personally say it's not true 100%. Sobrang
po.
sweet. Like, yeah, you, of course, as with your imagery, like this baddie, Illest Morena nga, di ba? But
Yes.
genuinely such a soft heart.
Thank
Love
you
that
po.
about you.
Thank you so much.
And with that, we wrap up our second spicy level. On to the third one. SSG again.
the
Sige na.
sweet.
Sweet. I mean, mali. Spicy
Sizzling.
pala. Spicy, sizzling gossip. Again, the spiciest level yet. And here we expect the stripped down, unfiltered version of you. So, your music is heavily influenced by the African American culture.
Yeah.
And now, as a rising Pinoy hip hop artist, what can you say about the copycat allegations? Ginagaya mo raw ang Western style ng hip hop.
I think there's nothing wrong naman with being influenced, but straight up copying one person's culture, a group of people's culture is very,
Shady.
It's very shady. And I feel like I see myself naman. I don't think I'm copying these people. I'm openly inspired by these people. Shout out to Nicki Minaj and all the female rappers out there, and also the OG rappers. Syempre, the African American people, they originated hip hop. It all came from them, and I never discredit them naman. So I feel like the copycat allegations is kind of.
It's not copycat,
Yeah.
so to say, but yeah,
Yeah.
sure, you get inspired by them, obviously.
Yes.
Oh, and one thing I gotta say
Open
about
naman
you,
ako
you're so
about that.
smart.
Thank
And I
you.
feel you've really educated yourself about these things before
Yes,
you've
I
decided to just,
did.
gayahin ko nga to,
Yeah.
parang ganun, di naman, di ba? So, matalino po. Matalino po yung guest natin sa araw na ito. All right, but sure enough, some have also called you and your style a way of black fishing and appropriating the black culture. Yes, there have been allegations on the matter, di ba? And Blasian baddie pa nga daw ang ang sabi sa iyo. How are you going to dispute this? Ano ba talaga ang pagiging morena?
I don't think I'm tanning myself to look black.
uh-huh.
I mean, I'm obviously inspired to makeup and the way that I dress myself sometimes, but it ends there. It doesn't extend pa into changing how I look like talaga to look like a black person. That's just not what I am. And I'm I'm very openly inspired by their culture and the way they write songs, the way they rap, but that ends there.
Pero grabe
Yeah.
yung blackfishing, no? Ang harsh na rin talaga to get to that level
Yeah.
just because you see a similarity. And again, do we see the male rappers in the industry get the same kind of black?
I mean,
Just, guys, just check where you're coming from. Yun lang naman. Is what I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Okay. Diba? Again, very smart, very educated on the matter. And that is once again our Illest Morena. All right, and with that, I want you to give a toast. Bahala ka na kung kanino, sa mga haters ba, sa mga fans ba, sa supporters, sa stylist mo, sa mom mo, na apparently sabi mo hindi naman magaling kumanta. But that's your opinion.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Tita, I think you sound great. Kahit di ko pa narinig, you know what? Ang galing mo. So, bahala ka na, but we will make a toast, or rather, you will make a toast.
okay. I will be making a toast to all my fans. Thank you so much for supporting me and giving me all the help. I wouldn't be here without you guys. I love you so much. And to my haters na rin, I hope you get well. Thank you.
Cheers! And with that, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, chasers, everyone tune in. That was our very own, claim ko na, our very own Illest Morena. Yay! That was so fun! Ang galing-galing mo! Diba? And by the way,
much.
kanina sinasabi yan, sobrang nervous siya daw and everything. Hindi naman eh. Parang
I'm dying inside.
you're dying inside now. And with that, we will get you to perform your next song for us. Of course, it's called Stinkaling. And by then, I'm sure sobrang chill ka na nun because that is your turf. You know what you're doing there. But before we get to that, please promote. Where can we check out your music and whatnot and your social media?
What's up, guys? Check me out at Illest Morena everywhere on Spotify, Apple Music, and all other distribution streaming platforms everywhere.
There you go. Thanks again so much for hanging around with us here at the Hangover studio. And hopefully you come back next time when you release another song, another album, whatever you got
so
going on.
much.
We
I
are
will.
willing and able to accommodate and have you here for another conversation, for another shot. And for more chica to come. Once again, my name is Shai and this is Hangover.